Minute the 1994 World Cup ended. A smashing success both on and off the field. On the field for Paraguay. On the other, Almiron was the target. Serginho Dest. And now he was in fact offside. So that's the semi-automated offside technology. McKennie's gonna get on the end of knocks it in. Flo Balogun get out of control. Threw out to the goalkeeper. Orlando Hill. But a good early attacking from McKennie, trying to be elusive for the midfield two in Cubas. But Alonso lobs it forward. Ream through. Enciso coming in off an injury a week ago. Cross in. Richards is there in time. Last out of Casares for a U.S. throw. Well, good clearance, but that's the Pulisic in the box. Weston McKennie into the middle. It's an own goal. It's the United States on the board. Less than 7 minutes in. Anthony Robinson for Pulisic. Again for company. Again skips away. He's tripped up. And let's see what Danny McAlee decides. Is he going to go early for a yellow card? He is. Juan Jose Casares. Touch to create the space. Pokes it into the middle. Bodies crashed on with Mexico. And we saw it with Canada. The other way, the Oppo Pulisic. Balogun waiting for support. Early cross. His feel right now. Weston McKennie, early cross. Tillman ran right into traffic. That's going to be a foul. That was Bobadilla, who met Tillman, and Tillman is Uruguay. They're saying if you're gonna sit back, we're gonna play with numbers in the attack. Pulisic flicks it forward. So they're backing off him, at least at first. On the deck, well wide of Matt Fries's goal. Well, he felt like he took a touch as he got that shot off. End up winning this death swing and a miss. Trying to clear, Almiron draws the contact, told to get up by the referee. Brings it down. Robinson, great spot. Richards. That come off a defender. It's going to be a foul. And now concern as Richards is down. Alderete. Ball from Balogun. Here's Serginho Dest. Cuts it back in the middle. It'll end up out for a corner. Just all kinds of movement. Now a chance for Paraguay to get a penalty area. Tillman, great flick. McKennie couldn't do much with it. And that's a better example. Tillman sees U.S. have good possession. We've got good cover defensive Tillman. It was just enough there by Alonso to Casares overhits the cross. First touch, still Adams. Balogun, tight angle, it's in. Flo Balogun, laying the call. That is actually the system working. On the run, Pulisic trying to cut it back. And Balogun, third time it's in. Third time the flag is staying down. Third time, it's 2-0 to United States. USA goal. McKennie popping up on the left this time. The top for Weston McKennie early, and doesn't find Desti. Almiron, Serginho Dest dancing his way through, tripped up. Could be an advantage. Set up, little pump fake. Tillman trying to find Balogun. Dest pokes it in. McKennie threw a shot, cut back into the middle, Balogun. And it was just on the deck, stabbed away. Only as far as Malik Tillman blocks. And that'll spin it behind for a U.S. corner. To Pulisic, he's attracting two defenders every time. Here comes Enciso to find. Swings in the corner. Richards, just wide. So this time, everybody's at the back post. They free up Ream. He drags a defender with him. That's going to be pulled back for a foul. Flo Fries clips it long. Sort of resilience can... Dest trying to get round Alonso, he does, and Gian Enciso now. That's a great tackle by Freeman, our teammate for the next month and a half. And Pulisic there is going to commit that foul. Weston McKennie who cuts it back into the traffic. Tillman, Adams gets nutmegged with the pass. Richards quickly up the field. Score box at midnight local time. Robinson too far for bat, doesn't have a cutback support. And ends up having his pocket picked by Andra. Get inside. Still Balogun. Flo Balogun. Brazilian-born naturalized Paraguayan is on. Second half under pleased with the way we're performing. We answered, we're finding SP- there. Adams did not fully clear. Almiron blocked by Zé Gustavo. Or Diego Gomez in camp. Gomez now losing his angle. Deflected shot. That's gonna end about for a corner. That's a great example of how quickly you're back on skip away there. Shot through traffic, knocked down. First to react, US. Looking on Tim Ream. Ream couldn't get anything on that one. Decision on the field's gonna be a free kick. For in far better. Header popped in the air. Freeze thought about coming for Ifavit before this tournament. Did this player Almiron review, and it's taken away. Still a long, long way back. Ooh, it was a risky challenge there. Referee had a very good view of it. Tillman, down off the chest. And with all the technical talent on display. For USA, Tillman for support. Into the middle, Sebastian Berhalter. Knocking it mid, Dest brings it down. Dest looking to cut it back into the middle and blocked. Tillman trying to clear the rebound, can't do so. And it's going to be blasted in the stands in the end. Alex Freeman remains down on the other side of the field. Yeah, this would have been interesting. Gonna send Enciso on his way. Chris Richards across, plays safe. Tackles out to the byline. On the deck, Gustavo for Paraguay. Adams wins the header. Back into the middle of the field. Trying to get there. And Enciso to the far side. Mauricio scores. And Paraguay are able to chip away. They are able to create some doubt. It's the Brazilian-born. On a yellow, Tillman cuts inside of him, trying to slip it through too far for Ricardo Pepe. Malik Tillman. Saved. What a good work by Tillman off the chest there. And then he gets kind of rolled up from behind. That's going to be a free kick for the U.S. Left in his legs right now. Can he just draw a foul, maybe? And he does. Quiet. Alonso defending. Way out. Just a touch there from Hill, the goalkeeper. We heard a touch. Now that's the best one. Get it to the corner, and he couldn't. Header up in the air. Tim Ream is there, trying to knot it back into the traffic. And work rate. Cross in from deep. Adams heads to, older, more mature, married now. To Chain. And Enciso draws the contest. And Enciso hooks it in. Richards got a piece of it. Popped in the air. Adams wins the crew.